All right. Last we left off, you're in the midst of a battle with a giant bug on one plane of reality, and what seems to be a floating shark in the other. So just moments ago, the Harbinger serpent-headed creature had vanished with final words of kill them. It's referring to the strange person who had entered from the southern side of the room. The Spruce, the young woman that you had encountered on the road, presumably with her father, Willow, tragically killed, reduced to a pink mist in a burst of sound or roar that came from the creature. You're pretty sure just a moment ago there was someone large, is that Kabeth, protecting Esmond, but no, she's not there. Just a reminder, the water is, about 3 feet deep. It's difficult terrain unless you're a large creature. But it seems as though this beast can move through it relatively unhindered. And just a reminder on, I don't know who was reading the Legendary Action discussion, but we're doing a thing where when you hit an enemy who has legendary resistance, when you hit them with a critical strike, it inhibits their legendary resistance until they fail a saving throw that they normally would have benefited from it with. Makes no sense. So still won't make it something you can rely on, but it is something that will make it more possible. Did Salinger actually finish his turn last time?
No, we left right before his turn began because Sal had logged off. Or,
He literally fell asleep at his keyboard, woke up in time to type that he needed to go.
Okay, so Salinger, the last thing that you had seen was that this creature, strange, erratic, shadowy thing, had charged up a powerful magical attack and fired a blast at Silas. It then began to charge another one, and if I remember correctly, you had attacked it.
Yeah, I'd used a reaction to hit it.
Yeah, so now it seems to be charging a different attacks, one that attacks like around itself. And now it seems to have recognized that you attacked it. It seems to now have hostile intentions toward you.
Oh, it's my turn.
Okay, Desert.
I will reciprocate the hostile intentions by attacking this, what appears to be a floating shark that shoots laser beams. Or giant energy. But with my bonus action, I'm going to go into a rage first. So his eyes gray over in view of his meticulously placed strands of hair that aren't so meticulous because we've literally been through all the things in this same day. Can I go curl? Does a 23 hit?
23 hits.
Okay. So it takes 12 bludgeoning and 2 damage from rage. And then Poppy will react to spit acid at it and see what happens. For 5, if that affects it.
Yes, both the blow from your weapon and Poppy's acidic blast seem to affect the creature.
Okay. So Sal will spin and use momentum of his first swing to hit a second time, since he's still trying to wield this massive two-handed hammer with one arm.
Okay, one. Have to do a little reaction thing. So in response to the first blow, and Poppy's acid is an augmentation of your attack, right? It's not actually a separate attack.
Yeah, visually it looks like a separate attack, but it is an addition to my hit, or anybody's physical hit within range.
Nothing happens. Continue.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure a 13 missed on that second swing anyway.
Yeah, on a 13, the creature, as you swing through, its movements are so erratic, your hammer just passes by. It's just not there for a moment. It's in some other position, its body twisting a different direction.
All right. Last thing, Sal sensing or being able to tell that it's doing some sort of area attack around it. Both he and Poppy are going to move away from the creature.
This is the attack that it's using. I'll reroll damage when it actually goes off.
Well, good news. Both Poppy and Sal can move 40 plus feet and around, so we're going to get out of there.
When you go to move away, do you have anything that prevents attacks of opportunity?
No.
Okay. It is going to lash out at you using its reaction to do a vicious bite. Ooh, that is a 15 to hit. Does that hit you?
It misses, and all 52 of that damage as well.
Excellent.
All right, I'm done. I'm just going to measure while other people are going.
Spend clock right. You are maybe lying half submerged in the water, blood spreading out all around you. Wasn't there someone here? Wasn't there someone protecting you? No. The enormous insect looms above you. You can see its mandibles jittering, anxious perhaps to consume your flesh. Enormous clawed pincers raised, prepared to strike. But as you lie there in the water, there is a radiant glow. Not the candlelight of the fires, but a more almost celestial luminance. The water around you begins to take on blessed energy. Right.
Araya is completely submerged in the pool of water deep within the cave that she's found herself within the temple. Around her, ripples of radiant light form. And like she's in like a sensory deprivation tank, her consciousness drifts. And her mouth submerged beneath the water, she whispers, "Can anyone hear me? Is that you?"
And all those in the room, a voice disembodied, perhaps from the water itself. You hear Araya's voice.
And I
I'm sorry, I'm just like in a kiddie pool downstairs.
Hey.
Woo. Yeah, Esmond's really beat to shit right now. Hearing Array's voice, though, he'll kind of take a breath and stand up and quickly take in his surroundings and turn and see in the corner behind, back behind him, Ishtalan and Ava hiding. Taps the hilt of his sword and casting Thunderstep at 3rd level to get away from this thing.
Oh, sorry. I was interrupting. It's Array's turn.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, I wasn't in the... I wasn't... Hey. Thank you. You can cast Thunderstep later. When she hears, like, Ez respond, like within her, she feels like the warmth of friends and not being necessarily alone, but from that exudes just kind of like a brightness that envelops Ez with at least a healing spell. It's been a while since I pulled up my character sheet.
Oh, this water is suddenly very much warmer. Was that me?
That's it. Like, that doesn't... It's golden.
So, from this, the water of the pool that has turned golden and glowing, magical healing energies course through your body.
I can't. I think I've lost all faculties, guys.
Does this count as touch, then? Can
Yes,
this count as
'cause
touch?
Esmond's in the water.
Thank you.
Afraid to look at the gift shop. Oh, it's not that bad.
My spell sheet is not working.
Your character sheet's not working? I might have to put you. No.
No, some are and some aren't. It.
Gotcha. Okay. So Esmond, you are healed for 23 plus 15 points of damage. 38.
39. 8. Yeah.
I think you're just barely not bloodied anymore.
That just took me over bloody, just by a few points.
Array. Anything else on your turn?
Is healing water considered a spell that cannot be cast when I cast another spell? Because it is a bonus action, but I don't want to...
No, it's an ability, not a spell.
Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of that then, too. Wait, is anybody else touching the water? Or close to it?
It's literally just me. It's just Esmond. Holy shit.
No, do I have a sense
Kind
of
questions.
the people on the other side at all?
You realize through what you were doing, you can only see Esmond in a part of the insect. You can't see the others.
No, that's good to know. Okay.
Also,
Then you're getting some. You're getting some. Healing.
yeah, a thing worth noting. A single creature can only benefit from the bonus healing once per turn, the same way as like the what is it, the bloody damage thing. So if you heal 2 different people, you can get the bonus to both, but if you do the same person, you only get it once.
Shame that my healing water can't be particularly loathsome to the bug creature. Then I might save my healing water for a little later when I can do more. I'm here if I can help. I'm kind of here. I'm here.
Okay, now Esmond, your turn.
Esmond is healed by this golden fluid that he finds himself bathing in suddenly. Ah. Feeling healed for so much, and hearing Araya, Esmond will just kind of frantically look around. Thank you, Araya. I'll find you. We'll find you. Hold tight. And as I said before, turn around, see everyone behind me. I'm gonna thunderstep away. So it makes the creature needs to make a DC 18 con save.
Could you click that ability? What's it need? 17? 16's a failure.
Oh, holy shit. Well, it's not a ton, but it takes 11 thunder damage.
Yeah, with the blast sends water spraying in all directions, and you see some of the carapace of the creature's body tremble, cracking under the stress.
I'm going to burn 2 spark points to re-up on my Chronal Shift ability. In doing this, Esmond, a blood vessel in one of Esmond's one of his eyes is going to pop as he turns to Ava, and his irises flash silver for a moment. And Ava, you benefit from Chronal Shift now. So you get plus 2 AC, extra 10 movement, and an extra reaction till the end of your next turn. And Ishlan, seeing Ishlan's empty quiver, I think I can help with that. Find me behind the statue real fast, and going to run and hide behind the statue over here. Action, bonus action, movement. Okay, yeah, and that's going to be Esmond's turn. Silas is going to use his action and movement to sprint up. That's going to be 70 feet. And bonus action. Wait, how far away is the shark?
Just under 60.
Perfect. Silas is going to point one of his swords at the shark, and on the ground in front of it, orange and like orange light and sludge are almost going to like begin kind of bubbling up from the ground as Silas casts Spiritual Weapon.
What's the spiritual weapon look like?
Well, it can take the shape of many things, but in this world, or any world, there's really only one thing that Silas truly trusts to protect himself, and it's himself. Spiritual weapon just takes the shape of a larger, orange and sludgy-looking Silas holding a greatsword.
Hmm. Trying to find a copy of your character. Is it orange?
Correct.
Right there, good.
Yeah, about there, yeah. And it will take an attack against the creature. Does 21 hit?
21 hits. There's thunder here. Didn't realize.
So that'll be 9 force damage? I thought that was radiant. Should be.
Force sounds correct for spiritual weapon.
Okay, I thought it was radiant. Then yeah, it'll take 9 force damage. And that will be the end of Silas's turn.
All right. I will go ahead and at the beginning of the creature's turn. Yeah, I'm going to use my held action. Ava's been trying to store up a spell. Trying to wait for the right time. Doesn't know if this is it. Once again, she tries to hit it with a brain freeze.
What does this look like?
She waves her hands, and just small motes of light sort of appear around the creature's eyes, and appear to sink into, and sort of like a reverse explosion, kind of look like they're fading in towards that area.
Oh, a natural 20 on its saving throw. There's, as you try to inflict this magic upon the creature, there's almost like a feedback. And there's yeah, it's like there's still a residual interference of something else that had recently been in the creature's mind.
Mm-hmm.
It loves ice cream.
She sort of curses just a little bit under her breath.
But yeah, so there's the psychic feedback that's just jarring. Are you concentrating on any spells right now?
I am not.
Okay. There's no terrible effects. The creature, if I remember correctly, its held attack had already been activated, right? It was already spent last turn? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, but it would have maybe got some rage when it was hit for the thunder damage, right?
Well, that only happens if it's holding the attack.
Oh,
So
okay.
it doesn't get to build that. The creature does begin turning, and you can feel the impacts of its great body as it turns toward those of you on the southern side of the room. The most appropriate target seems to be Fane, with Ava hidden behind the rock, Ishtalon right there as well. So, the creature, sensing that's a good place to go, begins charging that direction. It had been stopped, so its movement is actually pretty slow on this first turn. Only mixed about there, but you can see that it is quickly picking up speed. It'll be even faster on the next turn. For its action, it is going to Yeah, for its action, it's going to take the dodge action. You can see it kind of putting its armored most parts forward. And it is going to begin charging one of its attacks. So, you see like plates of armor kind of opening up toward the rear side and these spikes beginning to protrude. And so you guys can read the mechanics of this effect. Essentially, it'll threaten creatures that are far away from it, while things that are close enough to it are safe from this particular attack. But at the same time, it's just charging down south toward you. Right here. Peach pine.
So sorry, I just noticed that Silas is his own spiritual weapon. Peach is going to back up a little bit toward the corner. I'll move for just a second, and as she does, she is going to cast Vicious Mockery at the shark. And let's see. That's a wisdom save.
$27 wisdom save for the shark.
Oh no, it doesn't take 2 points of psychic damage, nor does it get all of those disadvantages. Peach sees it not work and then backs herself and goes, I mean, I didn't, I tried to negotiate and everything before, right? You don't need to remember anything that I just said. And she will use her movement and then her bonus action to dash, so she's over between Poppy and Silas, and that'll end her turn.
Timeless Poppy.
Man, I think technically she's supposed to just act with me, and I can only command her on a bonus action. Otherwise, she takes the dodge action, so she's just dodging.
Okay, yeah. Does she just go on the turn right after yours?
Yeah. We basically share initiative. I just activate her right after me.
Okay, I'm going to pull her out of initiative.
Unless I'm unconscious or something, and then that would probably change.
Makes sense. In which case, we'll just have her go on whatever you do. Back on the other side, Samsel with the little wand in her hand, shaking it back and forth. Come on. We have to help them. And the wand bursts to life in her hand, and 3 magic missiles go streaming through the air. It's going to be 6 plus 2 for 8 plus 3, 11. Force damage, and the attack cannot miss. Actually, with those little blasts, one of them seems to hit maybe a weak spot in the armor, because a crack runs through the creature's carapace. The God, what did I name this? Yeah, the Red Sand Destroyer has been bloodied.
Oh.
Amazing.
Samsel's pressing back into that corner, wanting to stay as far away as she can from that big beast. Meanwhile, in the place between, Salinger and Silas are almost the same distance from the creature, but it definitely seems to have its gaze fixed on Silas. And the spiritual weapon doesn't occupy space. So.
Not to my understanding.
So you see the creature begin to swim through the air. Towards Silas.
I hate that this thing is moving closer. I just ran away from it.
I wanted this to happen.
Disrespectful.
Peach, you see this thing coming, and Silas has a giant smile on their face.
Oh, that's interesting. That's actually a good visual. Like, what does Silas look staring down the shadow shark? Because Peach is like...
And the creature as well, this creature swimming toward you through the air, is going to take the dodge action, but it begins to charge attack.
I'm never not gonna hear that I'm charging my laser anytime you say that.
I should probably say, actually, that when it started its turn, there was a big flash of amethyst-hued energy, but no one was close enough for it to matter.
I actually was wondering that. Thank you. I was like, why did I run away from it? Thank you.
At the end of the turn, the jaws of the Harbinger. From the southern side of the room, Esmond, you catch some movement in the corner of your eye. You see the strange woodsman from the Feywild, Albrecht, comes running through the archway. Behind us. A dozen more. 3 minutes, maybe. Then he runs across the thing. His eyes go wide. It's a big bug. Are we fighting that? I don't know what this accent is.
Let's kill it fast and get on our way. We've only got a little bit more. She indicates the streaming, the crack in his carapace is streaming green.
That does use your action.
My reaction, yeah.
He is going to draw arrows from his quiver. You see him, he squints a bit, aiming for some of the breaches in the armor. Not going to use sharpshooter. So 32, the first arrow will strike.
Creature is dodging.
Oh, yeah. Cute. Disadvantage. 29, however, will still hit. D8. Nothing happens. He knocks another arrow and fires. 19, however, just skips off the armor, hits the wall nearby.
So Albrecht get bloodied as well.
Oh, no. And he's gonna, you see as the arrow strikes, and that was still do next time. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Chris, I can't. I can't remember off the top of my head. Cunning Strike, are you using that in conjunction with extra attack?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use that for Albrecht. Yeah, so he uses his bonus action to do a single one attack. No, I don't click that. Which is disadvantaged because of the dodge. Ah, so 25 will hit. 11 piercing damage. Oh no. So as that arrow sticks into the creature, it roars. And in response, as it's charging towards you, it twists its body, the back plates of armor opening up, and spines fly out in every direction. So if...
Jane.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I think given their positions, we're gonna say... Unfortunately, probably not Ava since the creature moved, but Esmond, you will have advantage on this saving throw if you are in range.
Am I not behind a pillar?
I'm not
I can't
envisioning.
quite tell with this.
Yeah, I'm not envisioning much of a pillar there, but it is kind of, yeah, it is maybe high enough. Yeah, you can have advantage as well. Okay, so I'm going to roll the ability to see how much damage it's attempting to deal. Oh, and it was... I also forgot, it was struck twice by Albert. So it's an additional 2d6. It's an additional 6 damage to the 38 base, so you're looking at 44 points of magical piercing damage as a base.
What do we need to make?
I think
Is
it's...
that oh, I guess the number is the number, the dice is the die. But it looks like it's Silas's sheet.
Oh, no, that was Esmond's sheet, but I do have it. I keep switching between back and forth between it reading as Esmond or Silas.
I think we're... Yeah, DC 18 for the saving throws.
Okay.
This battle has not been going Ava's way at all.
Nah, just that there's that 1 point.
Everything is just away by 1.
Yeah, she's struck and clearly bloodied.
Yeah, I just checked the other abilities. Yeah, it's DC 18. Alright, yeah, so spines go flying out in every direction, peppering the walls, scraping, sticking into the stone. Some of them striking some of you. I only roll for Finn. And Albert.
Come on, Vane.
First, so Albert will pass. And oh, Fane passes as well.
But is it enough to save him?
With blood.
Thanks. Oh, with blooded, yeah.
Short answer, probably not.
So 22 if you've succeeded. Bane, though badly hurt, still standing.
Woo!
He's so tough.
Where's his god
No,
now?
he's not.
He's so tough.
Barely kept it alive by the skin of his teeth.
He can fight this thing all himself. We should leave him behind so we can move on.
Albrecht takes no damage because of evasion. So you see, Albert fires the arrow, it sticks in, and almost as though it's returned, a shower of spines come flying back his direction. He kind of spins, ducks back behind that pillar. And just for flavor, he snatches one of those spines out of the air and knocks it in his bow. So that's cool.
It's like a good time to
So
roll
let's do
into
that
initiative.
mutters or
Aha! Kveth. Return you into initiative.
Conveniently after that is a great time to suddenly magically appear. Put me on the map. And I should still be giant.
Yeah, I've still got you in initiative as well.
Oh, you do? Oh, awesome.
Right about there. Yeah, we can put you in initiative. I had you basically just go right. Spend, grab it. Alright.
Sounds excellent. Yeah, I didn't want to hear.
Roll initiative, but I'm just going to put you...
I did. I'm in a golden bubble.
Golden aura. And just Beth, so that makes some sense to you. Aura is not actually there. The water itself is glowing with the same golden light that you had seen probably as a child from the waters of the temple.
Oh, okay.
I'm just water.
Just water. Ishtal, your turn.
Shalon stands up from the crouch that she'd fallen into when the spines came toward her. Looks at Vane, looks at Ava, looks at the empty bottle that she just tucked back in her belt and says, kind of shrugs, has nothing to do there. So she scoots back over toward where Esmond is. Is this area enough to break the line of sight? Or, well, no, that's actually probably better too.
Yeah, you probably need to go on the other side of Esmond.
Right. She, is this really the right time to be sneaking off to make out? As she appears around the corner. And I think she will... She's going to... Can you remind me, Kevin, can you remind me what Esmond said? Oh, is he here? Okay. He might be not be here. Yes. Yeah, I think she'll use her bonus to quote unquote dash, but really it's just using the movement to draw the scimitar. And shield.
Oh, he said he was going to take care of the arrow problem.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because otherwise then... in that case, she won't. She will have her movement to take out her bow again. And kind of has like a hand back. I think because she's just thinking that he has arrows somewhere around him or something, and she's going to save her reaction to hold her action.
Okay, yeah, as long as Esmond uses some of his movement to hand you the arrows.
That's different.
Ava, there's a spike sticking out of your shoulder.
Yes, there is. This is as good a place to die as any, I suppose. Ava looking over like, dig. She's a spike that's still stuck into her side, deep into there. She winces, she sort of holds onto it. Her first instinct just naturally is to try to pull it out, but she knows better. She looks over at Thane and says, "Get over here, get behind cover. Use the pillar, just stay away from it." And she's gonna use her telekinetic to pull him 5 feet closer, so he's a little bit closer. And then, yeah, desperation. She's going to drink, use half her movement. She's going to down a potion. She pulls out a bottle of superior healing and drinks it down.
And you can now do that with half your movement.
Okay, is that 8d4 plus 8? Does that sound right?
Yes.
I am not mathing well. Is that 22?
I'm saying 9 plus 8.
Yeah, 9 plus 8 plus 8? What is that?
Oh, yeah, 17 plus 8, 25, I think.
25, okay. Yep. So she looks... Yeah, she knew it when before she drank it. It's not going to be enough. She's still bloodied, but she pulls the thing out and then downs the potion so that she's so it's not inside her anymore, but then drinks the potion and looks up at the charging beast and looks at Fane and everybody else, and one more time she tries to conjure up, concentrate as hard as she can, and she's going to cast banishment. Have the creature roll with disadvantage using 2 points, 2 constellation points.
Okay, so that'll reduce it to a regular roll. So we'll add 7 to whatever the result here is. Well, wait, yes. Oh. That's
a
an
failure.
18. Is that a failure?
That's a failure.
Oh, describe to us what it looks like as this banishment lands on the creature.
The creature charging towards with a rumbling. Ava concentrates as hard as she can. And there's a flicker of different bits of light, looking like little fireflies, a few at first, and then they start to swarm a little bit faster, sinking into the creature. Then it begins to sort of fade, and with reality rippling around, and then as it runs, it suddenly just... reality seems to consume it, and it disappears.
Before you in a ripple, the water splashing in to fill the space that is left behind. The creature, for the moment, seems to be gone. Maybe you can feel yourself struggling, holding, maintaining the spell.
Okay, it's gonna be gone for at least a minute, maybe more. It should go back to wherever it came from. If this, I think it works that way.
Are we out of combat time for the second?
No, still initiative.
And yeah, she'll try to move a little closer to the pillar and be kind of ushering Fane closer to sort of take a look at him.
Albert uses his reaction to say, "Hey, well, that's gone. Prepare the defenses. There's more of these things coming." And then... is that the end of your turn, Ava?
Oh yeah, end of his turn.
Bane steps closer to you and reaches out, puts a hand on your bleeding shoulder, says, "It's up to you. You've got to keep them all alive." And he is going to use Maiden's Mercy on you. You heal for 21 points.
Ooh.
And then he spins around and he says, "I could almost hear her voice. Maiden. She spoke to me." Casey.
Casey's standing on the far side of the pool as the creature disappears from reality. What? Where'd it go? Steps towards the pool.
Ava uses her reaction to say, "It's in nowhere right now, like it's just kind of a pocket reality or something."
Well, is it coming back? I was gonna talk to it. Get it to call off its friends. He gestures towards the front.
Ava, with your action used, you can say just one more quick phrase.
Maybe a minute? I don't know.
Chris, how big is the entrance to this place?
The archway, it's probably 20 feet across, but probably a good 30 feet high. Maybe 40 feet high? Yeah, 20 feet across, 40 feet high.
Well, if I can't talk to it, we have to stop its friends. And he starts running towards the archway. And I'm going to hold my action. That's my turn.
Salinger.
So, well, wait. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong map for a second. Like, there's a giant Tibet in our pool. But it's not. Is this thing hovering over the water in a way that I can't reach it?
It's low enough that if you're in the water, you could reach it, but the water is difficult terrain.
I'm about to learn about this water, I guess. The sow will. Move behind it and wade into the water, which I'm certain is not gold, and we'll attack this creature.
That's good. After your turn, double check your mic. It sounds weird. Like it's the wrong microphone. Take a swing. Sleepy Jones. 22 hits.
22 to hit.
22 hits. So are we looking at 17 damage?
17.
You might be lagging.
I think I am. I just saw all you freeze for a second.
Okay, you came in much clearer now.
Maybe a 17 damage, and then Poppy will react with that acid spit.
Alright. Yep, 17 damage is effective, and let's do the acid.
max damage. I mean, minimum damage.
Roll a d8. No effect.
I don't want to find out what that means, and I'll do my second attack. And be bummed out by that 50.
Yeah, this one as you swing through, you thought the creature's body was there, but no, it's not.
Bonus action, Sal will make a growling and then a whistle sound, and Poppy will leap and glide to attack this creature and then land beside it.
Move Poppy where you would like her to be. The flip horizontal feature is made by Lars.
Chris, let me ask you a quick but important question. Just after reading the spell of banishment, was there a faint popping noise when it, or basically?
No.
Yeah.
I don't give you that feedback.
Oh, okay.
Poppy doesn't happen to have an inspiration that she never used, huh? No, it doesn't work that way. I rolled a natural 1 to bite the shark.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. As Poppy goes in for the bite, the shark swings its tail hard, smashing it into Poppy. She's thrown back into the wall, smashes into the stairs. They're being knocked prone. Her attack fails.
All right, and that's it for me.
She takes 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, good news. So these spectral armored figures come to her defense just briefly as she's thrown backward and she takes half damage from Sal's ancestral guardian.
Anything else in your turn?
No.
Esmond clock. Ishlan is standing next to you, looking at where the creature was, but she's got her hand extended back and open toward you as though waiting to receive something.
Esmond will clap her hand. Let me see your bow.
She uses her held action to just hand it back, push it back toward him.
Esmond will take it, pulling out a conversion, a piece of metal from his satchel, and he will rub it along the string of the bow. As he does, the bow begins to glow a light blue, and some etchings begin to kind of like take shape within the actual bow itself. And as he does, he quickly tests it to make sure that the energy seems to be holding, and he passes it back. I have just... oh god, where did it go? Esmond just used his Infuse Items ability, and specifically gave created a repeating shot of the out of the bow. So, Ishlan, your bow now has a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. And it shoots infinitely. It ignores the property, the loading property.
Interesting. But does it provide ammunition?
Yes, magic. It turns into a magic weapon that grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it when it's used to make a ranged attack, and ignores the loading property if it has it.
If the weapon lacks ammunition, it produces its own, automatic creating 1 piece of magic ammunition with a melee
Okay,
bonus
yes.
to range attack
Yeah,
with it.
that's part of this one.
Yes, it does. I'm sorry, I was looking at only part of the description there. My bad. And then he will pass it back off, and then move to reposition kind of alongside the statue here, and that's his turn.
Can I, for flavor, basically, he passes it back. She gives it just like an experimental pull, and then a little shimmer of aqua blue light sears into existence between the string and the bow. And she goes, huh. And then gives him the woodsman nod.
I accidentally skipped Araya. So just after that, Araya, your turn.
What do I have a sense of in the water?
Beth.
Beth.
Standing there in the
And
water. And you can cast
Yeah.
range spells from the water, just not touch spells.
excellent. Oh, a ranged spell. But I'd just tell me the limits of my ability to sense, because like, if I can sense anything, I'm a heal Fane. But if I can't, if I have no knowing of.
So you can measure your distance for ranged spells anywhere from the water.
I'm just gonna.
From any point of the water? Wow.
Yes. He's gonna play into it, knowing that he'll appreciate it in the way that it is meant. Like a gleaming brightness seems to fall through the fountains surrounding the pool and shoot their way across, splashing up and onto Fane, casting Healing Word.
Even in death, she's watching over us.
In death? 21 healing to him.
He's still bloodied, but looking much better.
And then I have no... Oh, he's still bloodied. Yeah, that's the best I'm going to do for you in this round. But, yeah. It's almost like if any blood is shed in the temple that she might notice it. And I'm good for now. Even in death.
Did I? Oh. Silas.
Okay. Clarification: does it look like the creature has stopped after it turned to become start coming towards us, or does it look like it is still coming towards us?
You can't really predict what it'll do, but it like you
That's
still
fine.
have its attention. Yeah.
Yep, that's goddamn right. Silas will begin making his way into the pool as well. Hey, does this thing look big enough to kind of stand on top of?
The creature?
Yes.
Yeah. Presumably. I mean, its body is a little ethereal, but it's also at times solid, maybe.
Great. Bonus action, Silas is going to cast Misty Step on top of the shark.
So, Misty Step, you appear in the air above the creature. Yeah, we'll say it works.
As he does, using my using... Where is it? Using Soul Frenzy feature, going to get a single weapon attack directly on it after casting that spell. So Silas will go ahead and take a swipe at it with his short sword. Oh, I'm sorry, that only rolled... Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it didn't roll out.
Natural 20!
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, so as the blade seems to find purchase in the shadowy body of the creature, it loses its access to its legendary resistance until it fails a saving throw of that variety. I'm going to roll the d8 in response to the attack. Okay, no effect.
I'm going to roll an additional d8 on top of that. I forgot to include it before. Silas had activated his Right of the Pale, so both of the short swords have cold damage on top of that.
That's good.
I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. Ignore that. There we are. So 3 additional cold damage on top of that original 5. That doesn't seem right. There should be an additional 2 damage on top of that piercing. I don't know why it's not including it. Because it's supposed to be using my...
It did on the first die. It's just the second die doesn't get... of a critical doesn't get additional... doesn't get bonuses.
Okay. And
are you saying that you're supposed to be using Dex, not Strength? Because it looks like you're using Strength for your modifier.
Yeah, it's supposed to be using Dex, but for some reason it is still... I have it switched. I don't know why it's using... It looks like it's using my Strength.
Interesting. Yeah. If you go into the attack mechanics, you might be able to switch it.
Yeah, I have it switched from Strength to Dex. I don't know why it's still... It's fine. So I'm not gonna
add 2 damage.
Yes, or yeah.
And then additional 3 for the cold.
Yes, and after that first strike hits, a blood red symbol is going to glow on top of the head of the shark creature as tendrils and veins begin to kind of wrap around it as Silas marks up the brand of castigation. So I know yada yada yada, all that extra stuff about it. It also has disadvantage on saves against my warlock spells. Not that that matters just yet, but Silas is then going to use his action to attack twice. So take 2 more swipes with the short swords.
First swipe first. Whoa.
Wow.
Another
Damn.
20.
20.
Silas is feeling himself.
Oh, Silas is jubilant. We'll take a second attack.
Now we know where all Casey's luck went.
18, so that one will miss.
Actually, an 18 hits this creature.
Holy shit, okay.
Give me the first damage, though, total.
Off that second natural 20, that's 5 plus 4, 9, plus cold, 11, so 20 total damage on that first one. And then...
First blow bloodies the creature.
Oh, shit. Then...
Its body... and you see its body begin just flickering more erratically. You can tell it's almost as though its form is having trouble keeping its cohesion. I'm going to roll a d8 in response to that first attack. No effect. Second attack, damage.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, that was the first attack. So okay, I'll just read you the damage for the first attack because I gave you the damage for the second attack that time. So that would be 4 plus 1, 5 plus 3, 4.
Hold on. The 20 damage I just applied, is that everything combined, or is that just
No, the 20 damage was just the second attack that I just did.
Okay.
That one was the second natural 20.
Oh no, we already did damage for the first one.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, so then yeah, so that 20 was for the second natural 20, and then it's 2 cold, 4 piercing, 6 total damage on the final attack, plus bloody for I guess that would be 8 bloody. Do we round up or down?
I round down.
That would be 7 bloody then, right? No, it would be 8. It would be 8 bloody.
I think to keep things... yeah, that's... And no response to that third attack.
So Peach and Sal, you both see Silas. You see the Silas character kind of wade through the water before bamfing on top of the shark and just like stabbing into it. And as it does, like these black and blood red tendrils start to wrap around the creature as not jubilant, but there is a clear excitement in the face of Silas as he is tearing into this thing. And that's his turn.
Okay, I forgot to give the creature its dodge benefit, so we'll do this instead. It's going to take a held action instead in response to the attack. And it's going to roll.
Totally fine. Let's go.
Yeah, it's going to roll in the air and try to throw you free. So please make a DC. Actually, we'll do an opposed. Make an athletics or acrobatics ability check, your choice.
I will attempt acrobatics. 15.
Alright. Yeah, so you were, after the attack slam, you were thrown free of the creature as it sort of barrel rolls kind of in the air. Crashing off into the water. It turns toward you and is going to take a bite. Actually, no, just throwing you free, I think. That's what you do. Yeah, you do splash into the water after landing those blows.
If I wasn't underwater, Silas would be laughing about this whole event. That is Silas's turn.
You can still laugh if you would like to. Let me know.
I don't think we're experimenting today.
Beth, it's your turn. There before you, the giant insect creatures just vanished from reality, and Albrecht has called out that there are a dozen more of the armored insects on the way. You have maybe 3 minutes until they arrive. You also see that Ava seems to be, like, her hand is in the air, like she's concentrating on a spell that's pointing it right where that bug used to be. And Albert decided that you should prepare for the attack.
I'm going to drink a potion of superior healing. What economy does that take these days?
You have a choice. You can either use an action or use half your movement.
I'm going to run over to, let's see, half my movement. I'm going to use my bonus action to move over to where Ava is. I have plenty of movement to get there. I will use half my regular movement to drink that potion for myself. And remind me what a potion of superior healing is. Anybody remember?
8d8. No, 8d4 plus 8.
Meanwhile, my computer is so slow here. I'm just making a note to roll that after I'm done with my turn because I have to remember how to do this. And let's see. I'm going to... I think canonically, I don't know if I got the ring back from Silas. Did I declare that I had given it to... not Silas. Oh my god. Esmond. I was looking at Kevin and was like, name, Silas. Yes, that's right. That's who you are again.
No, you guys did not exchange a ring after the spell was cast. He was wearing it because you cast it on him previously, right?
Like in previous battles, but I don't think I had... I can't remember if I had declared before the beginning of all of this if he still had the ring or if I had it back. She always retrieves it at the end of battles, unless...
You guys need to do that. That's an automatic thing. Because him having it would allow you to cast it, like...
Well, I'm trying to cast it on someone else.
He still has it. That's basically that.
Okay, because I mean, we don't usually play in between time. Like, Kibeth's habit is to retrieve it from whoever she gave it to last.
No, I understand the intention. I don't want that kind of item. I don't want item exchanges to be automatic. So he still has it until you retrieve it, like in fiction.
Okay, so I have to declare at the end of every battle in the chat that I am taking it back because, like, we don't always play, in between stuff. You know what I mean?
No, I see what you're saying. I mean, was...
Like, we had a time skip. Like, I'm pretty sure the last time I used it was the battle in the mountains, and then we had a time skip.
Oh, so, sorry. I thought you were saying it was, like, the last battle.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that we didn't...
If there's been a time skip, then it's fine. I thought you were saying that, like, literally, like, the fight before this, you had exchanged it.
No. If it was, like, if we're still, like, running around, I'm pretty sure it's been in real time so long since we did that session. I'm pretty sure that the last time I used it was a mountain battle, or gave it to him was a mountain battle. So, yeah. I would like to give the ring to Ava and cast Warding Bond on Ava.
Okay. Yeah, so giving her... It's half your movement to give her an item, though.
That would be the rest of my movement then. I used my bonus action for dash to get over there.
Okay, perfect.
And then half my movement to drink one potion for myself, and then half my movement to give that to Ava, and then I'll use my action to cast the spell.
Awesome.
And that'll be my turn, and I'll roll the dice for that spell. Or not the spell, the healing potion. And then for healing potions, we get to add our caster level. That would normally heal, right? Or does that not apply?
Yeah, here's the thing that's going to complicate, I think, the concept of how you're wanting to use the spell. This exchanging of a ring and the person putting on the ring is going to require an action of theirs. Like, giving someone a ring and casting the spell in the same turn isn't going to be a thing that's probably going to be possible unless you set it up in a way that like the person's like holding their action and stuff. I think it's a thing that's meant to like this person keeps this ring where you make multiple rings and you can cast the spell, but giving someone a ring and them wearing it in the midst of the spell casting is not going to work.
Can I hold my action and use my reaction if Ava decides to put the ring on at the beginning of their next turn in order to cast the spell?
You could do it that way. Yeah.
Okay,
Like 2 or
then
3
I will do
minutes.
that. That is what I will do. I will hold my action and wait for Ava to put the ring on and then once Ava does, I will cast that spell.
Okay. And just as a note, I'll let you make multiple rings that can be used for the spell so you can distribute them to the people you might cast it on.
Everyone's getting a ring. You're
Little
all getting married to
colloquial
Beth.
here.
Congratulations.
Oh my god, I'm so shy.
Freaking Olympics over here.
All the casters are immediately like, oh, me. Salinger and Ishtal are just like, oh, okay, well.
Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And what was your answer on healing bonus for if there is one for potions?
Oh, yeah, just half of your. I can't remember how I rolled this because I've done it differently. In my head right now, it's half of your total character level for things like that don't have stats attached to them or like a class attached. I think that's what I've been doing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if so for level 14, 7, then.
Yeah, so plus 7.
Okay.
All right. Peach, Pine. You see Silas appear on top of this creature, then it spins in the air, knocking him down in the water after he lands some blows.
Nope, second verse, same as the first. Peach is going to go ahead and attempt vicious mockery. I will happily say the insults if it lands.
This is a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
This is 17. 17 fails!
Oh, it fails. Alright, it's just going to take 2 points of damage, but
Plus bloody.
it's plus bloody, and it's going to have disadvantage on its next attack roll it makes.
All right. But what do you say?
Peach just kind of looks up, sees Silas in the water, and she looks up the giant shark and says, "Hey, you know what? You can't take us out. We got big minds and big brains and all that, and, you know, that guy just stabbed you in the head. He's going to do it again, and again, and again, and then my boyfriend's going to smack you with a hammer, and you're going to be sushi."
It seems to work. The creature seems... You can see its body flickering. The energy.
Then Peach will take her action to run away. Or take her movement to run away, and that will end my turn. Oh, she will take the bonus action of, I think, not hiding, but... Yeah, all set. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, Samsel goes running over in your direction and as on the way she steps in the puddle, like ready, kind of slides towards you a little bit, almost losing her balance, and she bumps into you. Sorry. And then she's going to, using her good pockets ability, put away the wand and take out the staff. Healing. She hits you with it. And you're healed. healed for 11 points.
Oh, hey, all right. Thank you.
Samsa said, "There's more of those things coming. We gotta get out of here." Where is Peach? Oh, Peach ran up there. Okay. As the creature begins its turn. Oh, you know what I need to do? I have to roll for that. As the creature begins its turn, Peach has already run away, skipping up into the north. But there is a blast of amethyst-colored energy that sprays the back of that room. You see it searing into all the stone on the eastern side of the chamber. But no one is there to take damage from it. The creature whirls down toward Silas in the water. He's going to make an attack against him. Now, he is prone, so it would have advantage, but because of the vicious mockery, it cuts it down to just a regular attack. So this creature seems to open a mouth that wasn't there before, and teeth that seem to form for the purpose of delivering the bite. Come down at Silas. Does a 19 hit Silas?
So, as a reaction, Silas is going to use one of his Soul Maledict features and use Soul Curse of the Eyeless. With
tell us about it.
When a creature attempts to make an attack within 30 feet of me, I can use my reaction to make it roll a d10, a 1d10, and subtract the result from that creature's attack. And Silas is actually going to amplify this, so he will take 1d8 of damage, but I will roll that 1d10 first to see if this attack misses or not. But by amplifying it, it will be... It will need to reduce all of its attacks by 1d10 until the end of its next turn? Until the end of its turn, excuse me. So, 19 minus 6, that will miss.
I think you learn a terrible thing as you use this ability. You learn that this creature does not rely on mortal sight to see.
Dang it.
So you're still looking at 19.
Then it will hit.
Right. Looking at 64 magical piercing damage.
That will take Silas to bloody. But as it strikes, the shark will also take an additional 8 points of psychic damage due to the brand of castigation.
Plus blooded, because it's a new turn.
Okay, yeah, so that'll be 16 damage total.
Yeah, you can see this creature's body erratic and flickering. You've dealt severe damage to it. It's still in fighting shape, but it's hurt pretty bad. And then, on the creature's turn, it is going to begin to charge its monstrous attack, Amethyst Flash. You can see its body building with energy. Ishtar, your turn.
How wide is the doorway that leads into this room?
20 feet wide, 40 feet high.
She looks around and says, "Well, what are we here for? There's got to be another door or something out here? What's..." As she says this, though, she's reaching into her pouch. She pulls out a little a little pouch and starts shaking it down across the in the doorway. So she uses 5 feet of that to spread caltrops, and then on 10 feet in the middle, she is going to use it to spread ball bearings. So that's 2 half movements, basically. As she does this, she is sort of kind of almost taking a meditative moment and breathing a little bit, and uses her bonus action to second wind. And from there, she still has. I guess she'll use her action to just pull up the hood that is around her shoulders, just in case they need to go into the water. How deep is that water? So she would be able to. Could she? Is it murky enough to hide in there?
It's pretty clear, but I think because of like let's put it this way, because of the glare of like the firelight and stuff on the water surface, you could potentially hide in it. I think that's reasonable.
Okay. She doesn't have any more movement or space to do so, but it's good to know that. And if she tried to shoot in that, if she stood up and tried to shoot, then she would not be hindered. Like her bow would not be hindered by it. Okay.
Yeah. I think the ability to hide though will only work at like a distance. So if the creature gets close, it'll be able to see him.
That's fair. So yeah, but what she said, she sort of directed to everyone. As in, like, why are we here? Is there an exit? She casts a look around, but it doesn't seem like there's an obvious exit just from the art, and she does not have the space right now to do anything about it.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
that'll be it for me.
There's an entrance on the south side of the room, and there are like smaller entrances. I know it just isn't depicted here, but there are like 2 more, we'll say, small doorways that go deeper into the temple. And you guys have been here before. You know that if you go deeper, will be like the chambers where like the maidens would reside and do their work. There are more chambers with fountain pools of water, and you know that at one of those deeper chambers that you'd seen before, what is the tear that leads into the desert. Assuming it's still here, that's where you'd find it.
Okay. Actually, in that case, then can I not spread the caltrops? I thought this might be the last chamber. Can I keep the caltrops and still use half my movement to go somewhere?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
She's going to move toward one of those doors or whatever seems to be like, if she remembers how to get to. Presumably they're trying to get to the portal that used to be here. I don't know if she actually knew.
I don't know
where
if
it
you
was.
guys know immediately where you're going. You just you know
Okay.
you know that about the temple.
Okay, she's just moving away then. And that's it for me.
Albrecht calls out, "Are we fighting or running?" And he's got another arrow knocked in his bow. In either case, he hops down and he starts moving along the water side. Actually, yeah. Yeah, he kind of runs around the edge heading that way. You can see him kind of looking around as though to get a better vantage point to fire from. Doc.
Ava sort of like looks, obviously she's still straining against something. Almost looks like as if she has a headache as she kind of lowers her hand and shakes it out a bit as she reaches over for the ring, or collects the ring that Kebeth gave her. I guess I'll use half my movement to put the ring on. Then she begins pulling it out of her pack, one of her healer's kits, looking at Fane, and begins to sort of like work and patch him up, trying to wrap and bind one of the wounds on his body. And as she does so, she's gonna say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, we should move deeper in. There's places that are more narrow. Maybe we could block some of them off and reduce some of their numbers.
As soon as Ava puts the ring on,
I touch her shoulder and I cast the spell.
She feels warded. She nods an agreement. I sort of thanks towards Kebeth quickly, but her eyes stay focused on her work as she is both like stitching and also binding a wound, a particularly bad one, on Fane. And then she says, I don't know if it's gone. I tried to send it back to where it came from, but I don't know. It might come back, it might not. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with the big one. And she then rubs her brow a little bit, getting blood just above her eye, some of Fane's, as she keeps concentrating and working on him.
Yeah, Albrecht uses his reaction to shout, "Tight quarters are bad for us too. There's a lot of us."
Fane is healed for 37.
Alright.
In response to Fane, she'll say, I can try to make some barriers, maybe a couple of them, or block off a path. But I don't know, someone figure out where we need to be.
Can we see
Turn.
Araya?
No, you cannot see Rhea. Bane, you see him wander over to the water's edge. And his eyes at this point are glistening with tears, and he drops down to his knees. He reaches down and he touches the water's surface. Maiden, what's happened to her?
Is he still bloodied?
Yep. Oh, sorry, you healed him for
37.
No longer bloodied, but also no response to the healing, even as his wounds bind closed. You see him stumble forward and drops down to his knees.
Under her breath, Davis was like, "You're welcome."
It almost seems as though he didn't even notice. Like, you touched his back, he didn't even notice it was you that did it. Casey.
Yeah, I think just before my turn, I'll use my held action to respond to Doc and be like, well, let's go to the portal. I know the way. Are there doors at the entrance down there, Chris?
No, at the southern entrance is like a big archway, like at a
No doors.
temple, yeah. But there are doors there will be lots of doors on the northern side, which you'll be passing through.
Yeah. I know the way. Follow me. Araya, where are you? He yells at the pool of water and then starts sprinting north.
I'll be with you. I'll find you if I can.
Do we
I'm
all
here
hear
in
this now?
spirit.
Yeah, everyone hears that.
But it just sounds like kind of like, I'm here in spirit. You know.
Casey yells at the pool of water as he's running north. We're gonna meet you at the portal. Then we'll go into the
You
desert.
can take some of me with you. Macy specifically.
Just meet us there. Yeah, so I'll use pretty much all my movement and everything to move north. Yeah. That'll be my turn.
There's water where the portal is, so right?
Yes, but they're not there right now. A lot of them.
It's fine. That's fine.
Oh, the desire to F with Casey is so high.
Ooh, I'm going to we're theoretically going through. I know the layout of the temple. There's the doors that lead into where we're headed, theoretically. I'm going to cast spirit guardians right here at the entrance there and hold it with my concentration. There, which theoretically the bugs would have to come through.
Guardian of Faith or Spirit Guardians?
Spirit guardians.
I think Spirit Guardians will have to be at the same point as the water.
That's it's a 15-foot radius.
Right, but that's the area of effect, but the spell centers on you.
Oh. Then I'm gonna hold casting that until if we flip maps. That's when I'll cast that. Until then, wait. Is Lottie hurt, or is that just a red dot on the ground?
Yeah, I think for
That is-
simplicity's sake, the doors are like behind the statue.
Cool. That red dot is just my stray hunter's mark. The May is probably still on the vanished thing, but I don't actually know.
Right.
Yeah, interesting.
If it never comes back, can I move
I
it
know,
to
right?
another creature, even though it technically didn't drop to 0? Or would I have to recast it?
Is it only if the creature drops to 0 that you can move it?
That is the wording of the spell, yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to recast it.
Oh, and then wait. Shoot, that's concentration too. All right. Well, I'm gonna hold my spirit guardians until I feel that my friends have gotten to a place where I could put myself between them and
Okay,
bugs.
sounds good. Yeah, and you don't have to specifically hold Spirit Guardians, you can just hold your action if you want to do something different. Sounds good, holding your action. Back.
Casey uses
Go ahead.
his reaction. Say, wait, Rhea,
Have
are
you
you
already
in?
done this like 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, I had
You
a
actually
turn. I had a turn. To say, wait, Rhea, are you in the water? Do we need to carry water with us? And he looks at literally every other person in the party, seeing who is going to carry water. Because it's not going to be him.
It must be you, Case. You can detect her laughing through the water. You think it's just the fountain gurgling.
You see
It's a purple fountain.
Thane's eyes have gone wide. He looks at Casey. He says, "Hey, Maiden has spoken, it must be you."
Casey starts rummaging in his bag.
On his Salinger. It's your turn.
Sal will hit this flickering spectral shark thing again. Shadow shark.
Alright. You can see it mawing Silas there in the water. Blood.
Yeah, I'm going to try and angle my hammer blow the same way you might go with the Heimlich.
Excellent.
I learned that from it.
Will Silas ever forgive you if you make it vomit all over him?
At
Depends
least
on
I'm
how cold it
alive
is.
to not forgive me.
18 hits.
Okay, so 14 damage because of rage, and I'm going to remember to use favored foe, which is an extra d4.
Okay. Also adding some bloody damage.
Oh yeah, plus bloodied, plus a d4, plus a d8 from Poppy spitting acid at this creature.
Excellent.
So 24 total for the first attack.
What was just the last 2 die? 11?
The d8 was the acid for 7, and the d4 was the favored foe for 4, or 3, because I've been hitting the same target.
Okay, got that all in there.
You know, the thing I haven't used all campaign until like 3 seconds ago. Second attack.
Sandbagging. Weighted clothing.
I'm going full broccoli on this one now. It was supposed to be an at 20 after I said that. So 27 to hit, 17 damage because of rage. Plus 2, so 19 more.
19. Alright, you can see the creature's body erratic, barely holding together. You've hurt it badly.
Bonus action, Sal lowers his posture, bobs his head a little, mimicking the way Poppy does before she strikes, and she leaps forward and attacks, like, almost mirroring his movement from a distance and charging.
Uh,
$17?
17 misses.
Dang.
Draw a snap, but the air is empty.
Sal is going to wade through the water towards Silas with his move. And if memory serves, since I'm not leaving the creature's threat range, it's not going to get to react and chomp you or slap me with its tail.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's it for Sal and Poppy's turn.
Husband.
oh, Christ, I didn't realize it was my turn. Beans. Esmond is going to start running north, following everyone's direction. But as he's running, he's going to yell out, "How many can we expect incoming? How?"
Roll an intelligence ability check.
$18.
Yeah, Albrecht said that there were 12.
Okay. We know that the hallways become more narrow the further into the temple that we get. Correct? Is that on the way to the portal, or just kind of sporadically?
There will be narrow. Yeah, there will be narrow areas along the way.
Okay. Yeah, Esmond will movement action run up along towards the portal, following everyone else's movement, yelling aloud. Maybe if we pull the giant one back and stop it, it'll stop all the others. Either that, or we just need to be prepared for more fighting in another few minutes. And I'll go ahead and move him, and that'll be Esmond's turn.
Silas, run.
Is what?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, maybe I can probably do that.
Silas will use half his movement to stand up. And seeing that this thing is teetering, Silas is going to. What is that?
Wait, I have to do it. Salinger hit twice. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I didn't want to learn what this is.
At the end of
I don't like it either. No.
The end of Salinger's turn, or Silas' turn, there is a burst of amethyst energy released from the jaws of the Harbinger. I'm going to roll the ability now for damage.
Can I actually use my reaction to do cutting words
When a creature that you can see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend 1 of your uses of Bardic Inspiration and subtract the number from it. I just have to declare it before you say how much damage we take.
Yes, that will work for this.
All right. I'll roll a d8.
So you're looking at a base of 21 force damage. So
-2.
Yeah, I think everyone. Well, yeah. If you guys can attack it, I can attack it. Yes. So all you guys, including Poppy, need to make a Dexterity saving throw. DC 18.
Would I technically have disadvantage since I'm prone?
Yes, I believe so.
Prone and underwater, so. Ah, 16. I was so close. So that was 19 force damage.
21 force damage.
But Peach reduced it by 2.
19 force damage.
And what is the bloody damage?
7.
Chris, sorry, what was the saving throw?
DC 18 Dexterity.
Okay. So it's 16, right? Because didn't Peach reduce it by 2?
Sorry, I thought you were asking for the target number. The base damage is 21.
Yeah, I didn't think she reduced the damage. I thought she reduced the attack.
No, it's not an attack roll. They're making a saving throw. She's reducing the damage.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
Sal's going to use his reaction to reduce the damage Silas is taking by 10 using this ability.
And Peach is also going to use evasion, so she passed her dex save, which means she doesn't take any damage with this.
Nice.
So Sal, that's an additional plus 10, or you're reducing my damage by 10 points, correct?
Yes.
How very kind of you, Sal.
You're a new friend.
Yes.
Yeah, when you guys have resolved that, Silas, it is your turn.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was trying to remember. 8 points of psychic damage for Brand of Castigation to the creature. Each time the branded creature deals damage to you or another creature you can see within 5 feet of you, the branded creature takes 8 psychic damage. So
Plus blood?
No, because we did bloody for an earlier.
Not on this turn, though. It's not per round, it's per turn.
Oh, never mind. Then yes, that would be for an additional 8, so 16 total.
So, yeah, you can see psychic feedback coursing through the creature, its body barely being held together.
Yeah, Silas will use half their movement to stand up, and as they stand from the water, Sal, because you're standing right next to him, there's an excited grin on his face as he emerges from the water, and the same black color that is his sclera almost begins to be misting off and out of his eyes as he uses a bonus action to cast Hex on the shark creature. And for the we'll give it disadvantage to wisdom ability checks or wisdom abilities. And having cast a spell using the Soul Frenzy, Silas will go ahead and take a single swipe at it. That's 21 damage. Or 21 to hit, excuse me.
21 hits.
So that's 5 cold, 8 piercing. Oh, it didn't roll my hex for some reason. Let me roll that as well. Plus 6 necrotic from hex.
Total damage?
8, 6, 14, 19 total damage.
Silas Remnant, tell me a story.
Oh. Yeah, so Sal, you see Silas stand from the water, a black mist pouring from his eyes as he turns and looks up at the thing, having cast Hex. A malevolent grin on their face as he just takes the short sword and sticks it up underneath the jaw, and as he does, the brand of castigation pulses, and those red veins that were coursing through it begin to writhe and grow, and ice from his sword begins to spread out from underneath the jaw, and the necrotic damage begins to bleed out from its mouth as sludge begins to pour into its lungs. And as all this is taking effect, he tears the short sword down its gullet, and whatever falls out. And there's just excitement at what is happening.
You tear the creature's body open. You see what seems like it is beginning to be viscera. All of it begins to evaporate, and the creature's body becomes almost like fumes of smoke that disperse through the room. And there's a flickering of amethyst energy, and then it's completely gone.
Oh, that's terribly disappointing. Ah, finally. It's been a minute. Excellent work, you two. That was well done.
Are those of us in the Upside Down out of initiative, or are we still in initiative order? Because like Peach wants to respond to this, but I don't want to use my reaction.
I think because no one's currently fighting, we're going to loosely take you guys out of initiative, at least until that minute is up.
In that case, seeing the thing dissolve, Peach races down the stairs and to the edge of the water and says, "Get on, come on, get on out of there, guys. We kind of..." And she looks at Silas. She goes, "You're pretty hurt. Okay, we can wrap you up or something. We don't got much healing to do, but you know, we can help you out too. And nice job, guys. You did amazing." She does not get in the water, but she stays at the edge with Poppy.
Yes, excellent work, both of you. That was... Don't... that does sting a bit. I'll be alright, I can mend myself. Silas will pull out a potion of superior healing and down that. Someone can tell me what I'm supposed to roll somewhere. DM, do I... the thing that I was after, is there... Do I still get a sense of it?
Yes, you do. In terms of how precise, go ahead and give me a roll associated that you might associate with that sense.
Would that be... I don't know. Survival? Insight? What would you think? I would think between those two. I don't know.
Insight sounds good.
That'll be 26.
Yeah, you definitely sensed that something was here before. And in this creature that's dispersing now, you sense the same nature. But also, as you're closer now, you realize you also sense it in Salinger.
You go ahead. Wrap up what you're doing.
Yeah, we'll get up out of the water. Before we move on, What, I don't meet many people around. What are you two doing here exactly?
Oh, one other little note. Right. You realize it's almost like something corner of your eye, if it can even be described that way. You can see Salinger and someone else.
Smell.
Yeah, so Salinger, well, Peach Salinger and Silas. You hear a strange and distant voice echo, almost as though it's coming from nowhere, but from the water.
Hearing this, Peach, like, splash sun into the edge of the water, and she's starting to answer Silas while checking over Salinger and just sort of straightening his, he's not hurt, straightening his cravat and all that. Yeah, we came here completely by accident. There was an avalanche that was falling, and I tried to do something, and tried to pull us to safety, but I accidentally pulled us here. And since then, we've been trying to get back to our friends. We feel like this place seems like it's a strange dream version of the world that we know. So we figured we'd get to a place where we think our friends might meet us. And hopefully some of our better, brighter friends might be able to find a way to rescue us.
Interesting. You're part of that. I recognize you. I feel like, you, tall one. We'd met previously, correct?
Briefly. And you have since become a little bit more unsettling after what you did. Though I'm glad I'm not covered in viscera.
Oh, I don't know how you can say that. I'm, for all intents and purposes, your knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
As Silas says this, he's going to close his eyes and going to invoke Soul Sight.
I don't wear armor.
So I'm just looking to see what the souls of my new acquaintances are. I believe that's Peach, Poppy, and Sal.
Can we see you doing anything? Is this
You just see Silas closing their eyes.
Okay, then Peach would just continue babbling on, and she'd be like, so I'm Peach Pie. I mean, we should probably do like names and everything, right? You saved us out of nowhere, and we don't know anything about you. Well, I'm Peach Pie, and this is Salinger Moral. Who all are you?
Miss Peach, as you hear Peach going on with your eyes closed, you see Peach in the way you would suspect, but there's something weird about Salinger and Poppy.
What's your name? Come on, you can't be all mysterious forever. Give us something to call you. Doesn't even have to be real.
Last time he said his name was Silas.
All right, that's what you say his name is.
Silas will open his eyes, and he turns and gives you a look, Salinger. My name is Silas Remnant. I suppose you could say I'm a bit of a hunter. Of sorts, at least. Before we move further, before we go anywhere, I would like to play a game of 20 questions. Are you up for it?
You're directing that at me specifically, not both of us.
They can be for everyone to play, but I tend to play the game with heightened stakes, so to speak. Peach, please make a DC 18 strength save.
Interesting. After she makes this roll, though, I'm probably going to pause you guys and completely.
Damn.
Ooh.
Wow, that is a good roll. Lucky you. You feel something begin to bubble up in your throat, but nothing actually occurs.
You have a hiccup. Okay, cutting back to the other side. So, roughly over the next minute, what do you guys want to do? And I know both of you look like you wanted to say something.
Since it was going to be my turn next, I wanted to declare what I was going to... So, Kibeth eyes Ava and says, "Don't wander too far." And she's not going to let Ava get more than 60 feet from her. Because my spell lasts an hour, but it ends if she goes too far. And she's going to... She side-eyes Casey and looks down at the now empty potion bottle in her hand, and she walks over to the edge of the water and just kind of doesn't like offer it to him, but reaches down and fills the vial with some of the water, and she corks it, and she looks at Casey again, and she puts it in her pocket instead. And says, "I'm game for getting further into the temple and trying to, get somewhere where we can be safe for a while at least. If there's more of these things coming, I don't want to be where we're vulnerable."
Yeah, and so over about the next, give me an idea over the next minute what you guys are doing. You can kind of have conversation, but I basically want to interrupt you at the end of a minute.
Saw Sal. I think I saw Sal. Just like at the corner of my water. No, wait, that's not right.
Well, tell him to meet us at the portal. Casey, seeing what Kibeth does, also pulls out an empty potion bottle. It's like, if you're in this water, you're coming with us too. And he kind of walks over and tries to angle the bottle so that it gets water in it without his hand going into the water. It's not quite.
Yes.
This is more just a knowledge question, but that, the bug that she saw, the giant one that she saw at a distance when they were on the road, did it look like the one that they have been fighting here?
No.
Okay. So this feels like a entirely different thing.
That one, different shape.
Echelon looks a little bit askance at the pool of water in front of her, but she takes a step back and then arches into a very shallow dive into the water. Basically, as she touches the water and goes underneath, the cloak that's around her sort of wraps around her, comes down over her face and her nose, and then sort of ends up scrolling around her arms, and basically she turns into this sleek shape that across the water to the other corner, and seeing Casey approach the edge of the water, she is going to do her damnedest to try and splash him. I don't know what that would take.
Dexterity saving throw, Casey.
Oh, that's my best thing.
While in the water, you feel like as if somebody had kicked next to you, maybe like a movement in the water, but not there.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's gonna do an opposed roll. You can. I'm more than likely dexterity for you, Michelle.
Dexterity
Ability check.
Ability check? This is probably not gonna. Yeah, no.
Your hand hits at this weird angle and you splash yourself.
She snorts some of it through the fabric of the cloak. And then, disappointed, pulls out, just submerges back underwater and just opens the water flask that she still has, and lets Araya fill her flask.
This is gonna be
Underwater,
very disconcerting.
Underwater, she says, "Does this mean that I'm inside of you now? I haven't even taken you out to dinner." Araya completely oblivious. And then she pops up at the other end, and says to everyone else, it's maybe not such a bad idea for us to try and see if that big one comes back and try and get rid of it. If they're kind of like bugs, then maybe their queen or whatever. Is it their queen? If it dies, will it make the rest of them sort of lose their wits and amble around? We did have it down pretty far, I think. It didn't look in very good shape.
I mean, I'm game to keep trying to hit it, but maybe the rest of you can do things from a distance. Hide close to cover towards the doors as you can, so you can run if you need to.
Ava's walking sort of north alongside the pool towards the steps. The vial that she drank for the superior potion sort of floats down alongside her and glides along the water, filling up before coming back into her hand. She seals it shut as she continues sort of walking briskly in that direction.
I'm following close enough so that she doesn't get out of range.
Sounds good. Thane, still kneeling at the edge of the water, gets this look, confusion and realization on his face, and you see him. He kind of looks around the area around him, and he calls out, "Maiden, where are you? What is happening?"
Go for a swim. The water's fine.
Just
Probably the only way you're ever gonna get to touch her.
Thane takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Immediately bloodied.
Such a bard.
I'm just a part of. I can just. The water is sacred to the temple. The water that was sacred to the temple flows from a specific spot within the temple, and I'm lucky that I can see or anything at all.
Did you die? Are you dead?
You said that so high, your microphone did.
It didn't pick you up at all. I was like, what?
You have a
I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm safe. I'm hiding.
Thane brightens and stands up with the Grump's Tallbreaker in hand. He says, "Hey, we'll find you." And he starts heading.
Araya, have you seen any other priestesses? Do you know if everyone is safe? Can we move forward with our plan with the portal?
Can I sense any of the priestesses near the water? There's only one I really care about, but any of them, if I have any sort of sense.
Yeah. And as you realize you try to do that, you realize your sense of awareness and self seem to flow from this pool and not leave it and go to another pool of water and then another. You realize that the vials of water that they're carrying are too small for you to have any presence in them, but the larger pools of water, like the fountains, you're able to drift from pool to pool, almost as though you manifest in one room and then another and then another. And you see near the portal, near the chamber with the pool, with the tear that leads into the desert, you see Albina. And there's urgency sort of in her steps. She's moving in that chamber before you return back to where your friends are.
There's one priestess. She's by the tear by the portal.
How do we get there?
I'll light the way.
Yeah, and so you start to see like the main pool of water stops glowing, and the vials that you're carrying glow for a second, and then another pool of water ahead of you begins to glow.
Can we set any traps in this? And she's saying that there are people around her, or collapse these doors or something.
We can try to seal them shut.
Because if you can do that, then I think that's better than staying here to kill a big one and then take out the other ones that come after.
Ez, can you seal it? Can you lock it?
No, I don't have that spell at the ready. Wasn't anticipating that we'd be blocking doors behind us.
I mean, you're coming very close to the end of your minute. Just a few seconds left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're all trying to head north. Which we probably would, I guess, move our characters there.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys moving that way. Yeah, Ava, as you're approaching the northern part of that room to move with the others from it, you can feel just the edges of the capacity of this magic beginning to strain against your will. As the minute comes to an end, you realize that whether or not these other realities are their planes of existence is a little unclear. I would like you to make an ability score roll. I believe wisdom in your case. DC 20.
Oh, gosh.
How firmly do you believe that there are other plans with impose their will?
Oh, man, okay. So, wisdom ability check. Oh, gosh. Alright, I think I'm gonna use my last couple, I'm gonna use 2 more constellations to try to roll with advantage on this. Give it a shot.
Oh. With a 23, Ava, you can feel the lines of magic connecting, spreading across the surface of the weave for a moment, like pinpoints of light in the night sky. I will let you choose if this creature returns to your reality or its own.
Oh. Yeah, sensing that in a moment she's swaying back and forth, not sure which one to do, and then she just sort of shakes her head and it's like, she sends it back to its reality.
And the spell, a little creature is gone.
And she says, she stops squinting her face, her kind of face relaxes a little bit. Her eyes go wide a second, and she looks around, like smiling just slightly. She goes, it's gone. I sent it. It's back. It's back wherever it's supposed to. It's not coming back. The big one's not coming back.
Excellent. Good job.
Yeah, thanks. I did it.
As you guys are passing up the stairs in the wake of this revelation, heading towards those doors in the north, there's greenish blood from this strange insect just dripping, falling down the stairs. As you pass by, you realize this isn't just another one of these red sand carapace creatures. This is something else. Something strange.
I want to investigate it with a medicine check.
Can I investigate it with a nature check? Or
I
with
just want to
non-nature survival?
investigate it.
Animal handling?
Beth pokes it with her sword.
Who has the best results? The stick? the engineer? The ranger? Or the physician? Let's find out.
Yeah. So as you guys gather around, poking and prodding this thing, please all make your variety of rolls.
What do I roll?
Medicine or nature, something you think might be relevant, or it depends how you want to approach it. You tell me how you want to approach it.
Woohoo! 26.
Should I do animal handling or survival?
Ah, Esmond beat me.
Yeah, I rolled low, my bad.
If I was there, I would see if they had religious significance.
Kicking it. Do something.
I'm just perceiving it. I'm just looking at it.
Not
I'm
very
not
well.
thinking about it at all.
I'll kind of give
I'm just poking it with the sword, not doing any thoughts. Empty head.
I'll go in order of broadness to specificity of information you gather. Kabeth, as you poke the creature, you realize it is dead. Ishtalan. You, looking at this creature, you can tell that it's the sort of thing that would have an easy time crawling on, say, walls, ceilings. It doesn't have any signs of being, say, a domesticated creature, nothing where it had been used for worn a harness for labor or anything of that nature. It seems to be either it seemed to be acting independently, the best you could tell from your experience with it. Ava, you looking at the creature's anatomy, its organs are strange, very different from the kind of things you'd be used to seeing on animals, and also different from the insect creatures that you have seen over the course of this battle. This thing vaguely is shaped like them, but it's not the same. And then Esmond, with your 27, you realize that the strange nature of the tendrils and the size of the creature's, the frontal part of its body, which you might imagine its nervous system might be centered, seems very complex. You realize this creature more than likely has the capacity to interact with magic in some way. A spellcasting creature.
Well, it's dead.
Casey at the top of the stairs, watching all of them surrounding this creature's like, the big one's eyes stopped glowing when this one died. Just a thought. He turns to go through the doors.
The thing that makes it look that Ishtalan's realized makes it good at gripping, climbing walls and stuff, does it look like something she can saw off and take with her? Is it particularly barbed talons or something like that, or no?
It's a combination of factors, but you definitely realize that this, a lot of these creatures, not just this one, if you guys took the time to, harvest their carapace and things like that, could potentially be useful crafting materials based on what you've done with the Oranakus. However, that would take you some time. That's not a one-turn kind of thing.
Hours or sort of rest time?
Yeah, like a short rest kind of thing.
Does it look like Kabeth could eat it?
You can eat anything.
Yeah.
Just add
Kabeth can eat anything. That's Kabeth's stomach crawls a little, and she just kind of looks around at everyone. She's like, "Well, we should go."
Yeah, let's double time it, I guess. What's thinking ahead? Knowing that we've been here before, can you give us an idea of what we're going to be moving through?
Yeah, it'll be a combination of narrow corridors and some larger chambers. Depending on how it plays out, it'll depend sort of the specifics of that. But yeah, it's going to be a combination of tight corridors, then larger chambers with pools of water. Okay, but for the moment, yes, so your group looking behind you south toward what you begin to even see movement of more of those insect creatures out on the landing outside of the entrance to the temple. You flee through the northern doors, hoping to find a more advantaged place to fight. Back in the place between Peach, Silas, and Salinger.
Feeling or knowing that my that the curse did not take effect, Silas immediately tries again. Actually, Peach, make another DC 18 Strength save, please.
Okay, I think you're aware at this point that Silas is using magic on Peach.
Yeah, that one she fails.
All right, and we are going to amplify this. Peach, you feel Silas is going to take a D8. I'll roll that in a minute. But you feel something like you feel like you're about to vomit as a series of black tendrils emerge from your throat and wrap all around your body and hold you into place as Silas whips around and holds a one of their swords to your neck, turning towards Salinger. As I said, I like to play with advanced stakes when I play games, so I would like to ask you some questions, if you don't mind.
I think you see Poppy's feathers like frill up around the back of the neck.
Call the bird off, or I will spill her blood all into this pool, and you can work whatever magic that you think you may possess to try and put her back together.
You sure you could pull that off before I launch you into the ceiling with this hammer?
10 times over, sweetheart. Now.
And ask quick before I lose my temper.
Oh, I'd be happy to. What's your name?
Salinger Morel.
Where do you come from, Salinger?
Shepherd's Inn, small town, seaside, in Lux.
And just as a reminder, Silas, you immediately realize that resonates with Ishtalan's tale of her upbringing.
How did you wind up in this place?
Mishap with a magic spell. Peach was trying to save us from an avalanche. Then
What
we
happened?
walked.
What happened to the sibling I came across?
Orthoclase Feldspar, with noble intentions, dragged her into our realm, replacing Shalati. And then we saw Shalati here, and she was torn apart by the Angel of Doors in front of my eyes. I'm losing my patience.
Keep it. We're almost done. What's your name?
I'm not telling you my whole name.
Holding the sword closer to her neck. What is your name?
Salinger. Farsmere Morel.
Salinger, where do you come from?
I told you, Shepherd's End and Lux.
Insight check. Silas is trying to get a read on his emotional state at the moment, trying to read anger, confusion, trying to get a gauge on where he is at the moment.
Yeah. So the way that I do that, you can make the roll, but
I'm not trying to gauge like if he's telling the truth. I'm trying to.
You get to make the roll, but Salinger gets to to decide for himself based on your roll what information to give you.
Did that come through?
I didn't see any roll.
Oh, there it is. 26 insight.
You didn't need the insight roll to know he was angry.
Do I get anything underneath the anger?
Uncertainty is about all besides that. You don't get the impression that he's trying to give you any falsehoods. He's just mad that you're asking the same questions again and holding a sword to Peach's throat.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Where do you come from? And Silas will pull the blade away from Peach's neck a little bit as a gentle sign.
Like in the cutting way or not cutting way?
Not cutting away. He's pulling the blade away from her neck, as to show that he is trying to be amenable.
I was born in the capital of Lux. If that's the nuance you were missing for, my family took me to Shepherd's Inn when I was about 2 years old. I don't remember much at that time, obviously, because I was very, very young. I was raised there. I lived my whole life there until a horrible tragedy occurred in which puddings and slimes killed almost everybody we'd grown up around before we embarked on our quote-unquote hero's journey. Not that I would necessarily call it that based on how it's been going so far, with a few bumps along the way until we ultimately arrived here. Now, I'm out of patience.
And Silas, I think you more than likely don't have any reason to suspect that Salinger does not believe what he's saying.
Why is your soul tainted, Salinger Morel?
Soul? You're asking about my soul.
I have a funny ability that allows me to view the souls of people around me. I've come across many in my span of life, or whatever I should call this now. Numerous colors, different shapes, shrouds. Some tainted in such a way to imply that they were raised from the dead. Yours is tainted in some way. Why? It's tainted not too dissimilar from our shark friend that we just defeated together. Why?
I don't know why. I know I was somewhere I shouldn't have been.
Elaborate. And Silas, at this, will remove the sword from Peach's neck entirely, and does not stow it, but is still holding it to their side.
My best guess is that I wasn't in a particular plane or the wrong time or the wrong place, but somewhere else, something that holds things together, and I felt like I fell apart. I was nothing for a time. Saw things I can't explain. I don't know how to answer your question, Silas. But I do know that I'm right on the edge. I'm gonna kill you if you don't let her go.
I'm a man of my word. And Peach, you feel the tendrils evaporate, and you are gently pushed forward towards Sal as Silas takes a few steps back and quickly pulls out 2 potions and holds them out towards you both. I understand that tensions are running hot at the moment, but what I did was out of necessity for everyone's safety. And I apologize, Peach.
We ain't never lied to you, Silas.
This was never about anyone lying to me. This was about identifying who he was. And if you do speak truth, Salinger, you're just as confused as I am, but you have given me more information to work off of at the very least. And Silas will gently place 2 potions of superior healing in the water to float, and will push them towards you as he will step out of the water and continue speaking. Before today, had either of you ever seen these shadow creatures before?
I mean, how long is today? We've been fighting them for ages and ages, but it hasn't been nighttime yet.
No.
Nighttime doesn't really happen around here, so that's a fair question on your part, I suppose. It's fine. Let's see. You were in a place. Oh, that is so. Salinger Morel, you are. Fascinating. I'd love to spend more time with you, but.
Look, he didn't do anything wrong, Silas. He didn't do anything wrong.
But as I am your knight in shining armor, unfortunately for you, I will fall upon my duty and continue to escort you both back to, where was it? You're trying to find a portal back home, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, I can't help with that. Your friends can, so let's head that way. We'll continue to work together. Hand to my heart, I won't try anything like that again. Again, I do apologize. Sincerely. We will continue to work together. I will make sure that you both cross that threshold. And I'll leave it up to you two to share the news about the siblings' demise. Yes?
Sal mutters under his breath. Pick the wrong side.
Yeah. I feel that too. Wait.
Well, come along. We either need to move now, or we can take a short break, and talk a bit more if you like, without any raised stakes.
We don't need your escort. We don't need your company.
That's
if
fine.
You can't help us get out of here, we're gonna just go.
Well, I did provide help just now, so I imagine that I could provide
also
further
tied
help.
me up with magic and then threatened my life.
I was actually making sure that you were safe, believe it or not.
It didn't feel like safe. It felt like choking to death. It felt like being the most terrified I've been in my life, and I've fought against monsters twice this size.
As I said, unfortunately, I am your knight in shining armor.
Fucking nightmare.
Ooh, that's cute. I'm gonna remember that one. Thank you. Come along.
Stick close to Salinger. Very close. She's afraid of Silas.
Sal calls Poppy off, and she follows behind him.
I'll walk ahead of you for purposes of your comfort. You all just tell me what direction we need to be moving.
So as the group in the real world head north through the doors going deeper into the temple, and within the place between in the strange reverse version of the Temple of the Maiden Thrice, Salinger and Peach with the strange, untrustworthy figure, Silas, moving ahead of them. That's where we'll end for tonight. Everyone gets an inspiration for the fantastic role-playing.
That was fun!
You do a good villain.
I know, I got a total damsel in distress moment. Jeez, Silas. Terrifying.
Silas is not a villain. Let me clarify. Silas is not a villain.
He's way too attractive to be a villain.
Definitely villain.
Villains are always hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if that's really an argument against it.
Yeah, it's villains who have cheekbones.
It was hard to decide whether or not Sal would have just swung.
Oh, no, I'm super glad that we got to play that out. That answered, so many answers and more questions on Silas's part.
It's a good Salinger story.
Yeah.
That was super fun. I'm really glad I got to join even a little late. I'm gonna go get ready for our early flight back to East Coast time. I'm time traveling again.
Yay!
Careful, you time travel too much, Silas will come after you.
Yeah,
That's fine. We'd be
my
friends.
comeback has a shadow
Big
soul.
between-
All right. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Night, travel safe.
I'm off to bed too. I've got a drive in the morning. Good night. Good night.
Best of luck, travel safe, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Good work.
Ava, all of your attempts finally paid off. You got the banner side thing.
I am so
Everything
upset
else-
that I was away from the computer for that. I absolutely want you to post that and post this session, Chris, because I really do want to see that roll. I want to be there for the celebration. I'm so upset I missed it.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't get a chance to celebrate right away just because it was one of those things that was kind of so shocking. I was just like, oh, it worked. Oh, and it took it. It's like still settling in. It's like, oh, that. Wow, I had so little hope of it actually functioning that way, that when it did happen, I didn't know how to emotionally react to it. I was just like, well, okay, I don't know if I believe it.
See, you were actually channeling it.
Yeah, I honestly like a person of lower intelligence might blame the religious place we're in and give some sort of tribute that to some other sort of holy or religious aspect, but no, it's just shows persistency is really the game.
Persistency can be a word.
Yeah, no, I was very excited that it worked out that way and it happened. No idea if it was the right call. Maybe bringing it back was probably maybe it may have been smarter. Maybe we could have killed it, but yeah, no, I'm super happy with that. It's a big.
I don't
big
know.
one.
Will the DM tell us any secrets about the big bad boss that we just encountered? If we had killed it, what would have happened to the minis that we were theorizing about?
Might still be relevant.
Wait,
Dang it!
can we have like a little stinger where like it's just a domestic house, someone's like vacuuming, all of a sudden he just like pops back there and they're like, "Whoa, Dave! What? I thought you went off to fight!"
In their reality, he's only about the size of a turtle.
Yeah.
Just like in a little aquarium.
Oh, there you are.
Looking at
Wow, he's such a sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Where were you hiding all this time?
Sean, can I say you were so good in that last interaction? I could feel how pissed you were as Sal. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was enjoyable.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah, it was great.